Welcome to Home, Space and Reason, a podcast about creating a home that thrives.
Hi there, I'm Christina Browning, your host. If you know your home could be so much more than it is, I discuss home functionality, aesthetics, and automation. I'm a realtor in Portland, Oregon, and a home functionality coach. I geek out on every subject imaginable regarding your home and yard, challenging you to think of your space differently to get the most out of every square foot. I pose questions for you to think through about your space and your reason. This podcast is all positive, offering you virtual fist bumps and celebrating every win. Remember, there's no such thing as perfect, but you can still aim for your best every day. Join me on social media by searching for the handle Space and Reason. It's hot. In this episode, let's discuss the increasing incidence of heat waves and how to prepare your garden or flower beds or shrubs, etc., when you know extreme heat is headed your way. Intense summer heat has been on the news pretty much consistently for the past handful of years, and it doesn't look like it's getting any better. So I wanted an episode that I could listen to over and over to be sure I prepared my yard in advance to handle the heat as best as we can. Grab a pen and paper because here is a list of prep work when extreme heat is headed your way. Number 1, water your plants early in the morning or late in the evening to avoid water loss from evaporation. Plants in containers and hanging baskets may need water twice a day, especially when it's windy and hot, because containers dry out very quickly. Number 2, go low and slow. Water the soil around the plant, not the leaves. Deep watering, providing slow, gentle water over a long period of time, is more effective than pouring a large volume onto soil, which might just run off. My favorite thing to do is to take my hose with the nozzle, turn it on, not hard, but not a drip either, so medium, and literally just let it hang out of my hand down, and that allows it to just almost brush the top of the ground, and I aim the nozzle straight at the roots of the plant. And that allows me to not be bending over the whole time, especially have a larger yard. That could be problematic. And it gets the water right down at the roots, which is where it needs to be. Number 3, mulch bare soil in garden beds and around plants to prevent evaporation and water loss, and that keeps the roots hydrated. For best results, use 2 to 3 inches of organic compost to add nutrients back into the soil. Number 4 is you can use umbrellas or shade cloth to protect tender or vulnerable plants from the hot sun. I found some wires, think like half circles in shape, that go into the ground on each side of my shrubs, and you can drape shade cloth over them to protect your flower beds or shrubs from extreme sunburn. Number 5 is pay special attention to new plantings. Give them first priority when providing water and shade because those roots haven't yet connected into the ground, and so you have to treat them kind of like a potted plant. Number 6 is skip fertilizing. Plants use all their resources to survive the heat, and they can't spare the energy to take in fertilizer. And lastly, number 7, avoid pruning. Sunburned growth on your plants can be tempting to prune away, but this sunburned foliage is protecting the interior of your plant by providing shade and coverage from the sun. So wait to prune the sun-damaged growth until the temperatures return to normal in case there's another heat wave. Lastly, let's think about the inside of your home. Air conditioning systems are generally designed to keep your house 20 degrees cooler than outside. So if your thermostat is set to 72, but it's 74 inside your house, and it's 100 degrees outside, it may be doing all it can. Things that can help: make sure your filter is changed regularly, minimize opening exterior doors as much as possible, obviously keep blinds, curtains, shutters closed, don't do laundry during the hottest part of the day, and of course avoid using your stove. This episode was designed to be intentionally short so you can come back to it every time you know there's a heat wave coming, refresh your memory, make sure your property is dialed in, and protect yourself and your yard from all of that heat. Who do you know that might enjoy a quick reference episode to refer back to when extreme heat comes their way? Thank you, my friend, for sharing this episode. If you happen to know someone in the market to buy or sell in the greater metro Portland, Oregon area, kindly send them my way. The finest compliment I can receive is the confidence of your referral. If you're enjoying this content and you'd like more, sign up for my email newsletter, Little Bits of Home Functionality. It comes just once a week and is intentionally short. You'll see a video with a tip or a trick or a tour, and always I pose questions for you to think through about your space and your reasons. Find the link to subscribe in the show notes and follow along on social media by searching the handle Space and Reason. Check on any elderly neighbors or people who don't have air conditioning, and stay hydrated and safe, my friends. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe. I'll meet you back here for the next episode.